Hello, and welcome to another episode of A Few Minutes with Marvin. I inspire those who aspire to make positive changes in their lives. And in this video, I want to cover how to embody peace, or how to be an embodiment of peace, um, and protection and freedom and joy. And it's quite simple. You have to choose to. You can choose to experience anything you wish, or not to experience anything you don't wish in your life right now. And it's not magic, and it's not about meditating 24/7. It's not about, you know, giving up everything, your possessions, your desires, alcohol, or bad foods, although those things help in raising your frequency and raising your consciousness to the level that you won't experience what you choose not to. And I do have a couple of examples. Um, I am staying in a campgrounds out here west, and one night I was talking to a young man who happened to, I guess, vibrationally was attracted to me, and he had some issues, and he just started talking to me, you know, because I am a spiritual life coach, and I didn't tell him that. We had said hi a couple times in the camp, but he didn't know who I was, but he felt compelled to trust me, to just talk. He just needed to talk, and that's what transformational life coach does. Is we listen. You know, we're trained to hold unconditional, loving space with no judgment. So I listened to the young man, and he had some tragedies in his life, and the current issues that were what led him to come and be up at the campsite by himself without his wife. And I helped, him realize some things, and he had some aha moments, which are just self-realization. Because the more you talk, the more you realize what you're saying, and you actually listen to yourself, and you can pretty much figure out what is it that's bothering you. So he did, and I gave him some action plans to and some steps he could take to stay there in that mindset. And he had made some beautiful strides in that just one session, and it really wasn't a session. We were just sitting and talking. But I told him that, in order to align with this new way of thinking that he was choosing, that he had to integrate it and be okay with it and let it out in whatever form it came into him. Whether he needed to cry it out, yell it out, go up in the mountains, even further up, and yell about it and scream about it, and then just integrate it and be okay with it and then let it go. Well, that night or the next night, I was in my tent meditating, and I heard some tension going on, and I could hear that it was him getting into it with a bunch of other people that were camping, who were being loud, and they're shining their lights everywhere, and it was a quiet time, as they call it. But he really started raging at them, and for no reason. There really was no reason. So in that moment, I recognized that it wasn't them he was angry at. It was now he was projecting what he was angry about, and he chose that moment to lash out. And he was using racial slurs and threatening, and I simply, in the moment, chose not to um, not to be a part of it. I chose to be in peace and love, and that's what I resonated out to the entire camp. Not at his specifically, but I chose in that moment not to experience any violence or any negativity. And I simply unzipped my tent, and I just said, let's call him Christian. I said, Christian, calm down. It isn't worth it. And that's all I did. I zipped my tent back up, and after that, there was only one cricket that I heard the entire night. I stayed in meditation and positive vibrations. And the next morning, I saw him, and he came up to me. He's like, "Did you tell me to calm down last night?" I said, "Yes." I said, "Did you realize that was not, you were not angry at them, right?" He said, "No." He goes, "Exactly what you said I needed to do. And I did it the wrong way." I said, "There is no wrong way. You just needed to get it out, and you did." And the people, they weren't offended. They didn't take offense to it. There was no fights. There was no arguments about it. So I chose to embody peace in that now moment, and it was beautiful. And am I taking um, credit for that? No, of course not. But I chose not to experience any negativity in the moment, and I did not. And it happened again last night, or a couple nights. There was a group of people that were having a lot of fun, and they were getting very, very loud. And the site owners were out there trying to, make sure that they were keeping the peace and stuff. And again, I chose not to experience the noise and the negativity or any negativity. They were having a good time, but I chose not to let that bother me, And within half an hour, it was all quiet. And again, I'm not taking credit for that, but I chose not to uh, to experience that. So I was an embodiment of peace in that moment. And a few days before, I was an embodiment of love and not violence or negativity. And again, you're not saying, I choose not to be negative. You're choosing not to experience that particular thing in the moment, which is all you can do. So um, now I'm out hiking again in the canyons, and there are a lot of cliffs that you can look out over. And, you know, me being the adventuresome person that I am, I went as far as I can go, and I just sit there and meditate, and I do my balancing and things like that. So to the average person, they would say that's pretty dangerous. But again, on my way through the glyphs here, I set the intention not to experience falling off a cliff, not to experience, I chose not to experience getting injured in any way or any harm coming to me or being eaten by any animals. Now, I'm not saying that I was given that any energy, but I'm just saying I choose not to experience that now. And then, and I just go where my heart tells me to go. I don't do it just to push my limits anymore because I've done that and I've conquered fear. I just do it for the experience, to be one with the surrounding area. And no harm comes to me. So you can choose what experience to be in and what experience not to be in. You just have to put your mindset to it and let it come from the heart. Don't give it a negative aspect. Say, I choose not to experience that. If somebody says, come on, let's go to the bar tonight, and some people, I got some beef with some people, let's, help me with that. You'd say, no, I love you, but I choose not to experience violence tonight. And just simply don't go. Or go there and hold that energy of positivity. And the situations don't occur. So, yeah, it's like magic. But like I always said, we are beings of light and love and frequency. And what you project is what comes back to you. So you can intend not to experience anything, violence, shooting, but you have to take action steps to it. You got to turn off the TV and you got to stop listening to negative people. And sometimes you have to leave those negative people, and choose not to be a part of their lives, But at some point, they may raise their frequency to meet yours, and with open arms, you take them back in. But you have to make those sacrifices, and they're not sacrifices; they're just choices. So, be an embodiment of peace, my friends, because only you can bring your peace. But by you holding your peace and your positive energy, you can influence the energies all around you. And you don't have to point it at any specific person or any specific situation. You just choose to not embody that situation or to experience that experience in the moment. And you can change it. You can shift it. Somebody that's with you may not be experiencing the same thing you are, and that's fine. But we're not here to experience other people's experiences. We're here to choose our own experiences. So choose to embody peace and be an embodiment of peace and love. Just choose in your every now moment. If you choose to experience something that others might see as negative, then you've made that conscious choice. And whatever comes with it, comes with it. And it's okay. But you can, particularly if you're living in a city right now that's locked down and whatever else is going on with the COVID situation, which I choose not to be a part of and I choose not to experience. You can choose not to experience either. You can choose not to experience um, getting a virus, man-made or natural or otherwise. And you can choose not to take a vaccine that's man-made or natural or otherwise, because you can choose to be healthy. You can choose to strengthen your immune system, as I have. So you don't need to experience that. I choose not to. No matter what's going on around me or what others believe about it, that's their belief and that's mine. But it's not mine. I choose not to experience it. There's a lot of good energy here, and you can also embody good energy wherever you are by just making that choice and feeling it from your heart and closing your mind off to judgment or anything else that may keep you in that low vibration. So be an embodiment of yourself. And in that moment, you can embody anything you want: peace, love, harmony, joy, unity, prosperity, wealth. Just embody it. So I hope this video brought you a lot of clarity, as it's my intention just to let you know that you can make choices to better your situation in any now moment. And you can choose to experience what everybody else is experiencing in every now moment. Choice is yours. So I choose to embody this beauty and all the energy surrounding me, and love and peace. So if you like the contents of this video, please give it a like, share it, leave a beautiful comment, and subscribe to my channel. I sincerely appreciate that. That is what I choose to experience in this now moment. And again, I am a transformational or spiritual life coach. And if you have, problems trying to embody whatever it is you're trying to embody, I'll leave the link to my website below. Leave your email, and we can set up a free 30-minute decompression session to help you work through those issues and to become an embodiment of peace, an embodiment of power, and an embodiment of love if you choose to. So choose to embody your best self every day and every now moment. And have an amazing day.